Austin has a great comedy scene right now. It really does, and it's really just emerged from the pandemic.
Was that like the main thing that drew you here?
Well, we all moved here to start it. We didn't even move here to start it. We moved here to just keep doing what we were doing in LA. But LA had shut down. The comics started moving. Man, they started moving in droves. They started all moving to Texas because they could do shows here. We were just lost.
I didn't know that.
Without doing shows, we just all felt lost. And then by the time 2021 rolled around, there was like 15, 16 world-class comics living in Austin.
The comics are moving back home, except for Rogan. He still loves Austin. And by the way, I think Austin, Texas is actually fantastic. I've visited there a few times. It's a beautiful city, wonderful people, great food scene. But some of the comics who actually followed Joe Rogan's decision to go to Austin, to move to Austin, due to various reasons, namely, the COVID lockdowns in states like California, that persuaded a lot of them to move. Now they're regretting their decision, and I think it's interesting because, and honestly, it's needed. I need this. The reason why I need this is because I do think that I wallow in everything that's wrong with California right now. And the grass does look greener on the other side.
It's not.
And so maybe I can learn from their experience.
Yes.
And be appreciative of what we do have where we currently live.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into the details. Texas-based outlet Cron recently shed light on a number of various comics, members of the so-called manosphere who soured on where they were living. They moved to the Lone Star State, but now they're moving back. And that includes various people like Brendan Schwab and Shane Gillis, and we're gonna get to their videos and what they have to say in just a second. But they're citing things in Austin
Dillon.
They don't like, including homelessness, weather, and the power grid, which we're good with the weather here in LA for sure. Weather's beautiful, beautiful day today especially. We've got the homelessness problem too, obviously. And our power grid isn't as privatized and disastrous as Texas's is. But we got some power grid problems too, especially in the summer. We've got like rolling blackouts.
Barely.
Brownouts.
I don't think that's our issue. I think our issue is that our power companies don't bury their lines, their power lines, so we get nonstop fires because of our power companies. So that's a different issue, but a giant issue.
It is a giant issue, yeah, for sure. Okay, but anyway, we're here to trash Austin, not LA. I'm just kidding. I don't want to trash Austin. I love Austin, but nonetheless. So Joe Rogan Experience regulars and fellow comedians like Brendan Schwab and Shane Gillis, and later we're going to get to Tim Dillon as well, both slammed Texas last month on 2 different podcast appearances. While they both still live in Austin, they apparently regret leaving LA and New York City, stating that Austin was not all it was cracked up to be. Take a look.
I'm heartbroken about LA. Yeah.
You did miss LA, right?
Oh yeah. I miss my community, my routine. I'll find it, and it's starting to happen.
You'll find it.
I talked to this guy last night, and he moved from LA, and he was like, "Yeah, Texas is great, man. Best decision I ever made." He goes, "But you should know it's no LA." And I was like, "Oh, how long did it take you to get? How long did it take you to get back in your routine and feeling comfortable?" It was 3 years. I went, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, tough 3 years. Tough 3 years." I went, "Oh."
See, I don't feel that way.
I went, hopefully it's faster for me than that. He goes, probably not.
Texas blows.
I didn't know that. The second we ran out of power, the house was 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And just bugs.
And it's June. It will go out in August.
Bugs came in immediately. The house filled with bugs. I'm just laying in the dark.
One of the places that I'm tempted to move to is Florida. I like humidity. It's good for the skin and the hair, so the weather doesn't bother me there at all. I changed my mind immediately after the last time I was there. There was a gecko indoors. There was an indoor gecko.
Oh, that happens all the time in Florida.
Oh, no, not for me. It's for other people. You Floridians can deal with that. We have no geckos here, or at least not indoors.
Look, I don't normally do ad hominem, certainly not internally, but LA, you're spoiled by LA and you don't know it. Like LA, I've lived all across the country, and I've gone to endless number of cities in America. And I love America. I love all the different places. I have vacationed in West Virginia. I have vacationed in Kentucky. Okay, so Biloxi, I'm here for you. All right, but LA's the best. And so it has the best weather, the best conditions, etc.
Conditions? What do you mean? What is conditions?
Well, just like.
No, bad. There are some bad conditions in LA.
No.
The infrastructure's falling apart. The other day, I like busted a tire because of a giant pothole. Like it's expensive. It's dirty. It's dirty. Okay, there's trash everywhere.
Yeah.
There's graffiti everywhere.
Yeah.
It's such a disaster right now because the city is trying to get ready for the World Cup in 2026. So they keep painting over graffiti to beautify the city within hours. It's a disaster scene again.
Yeah, look, I get it. No, what I mean by conditions is that like
traffic.
It's a city. So you have all of these amazing variety of restaurants and cultural events. Whether you like it or not, it's a modern cultural hub. We make the culture here in LA that spreads across the world.
I love that actually.
It's incredibly diverse. It's beautifully diverse,
yes,
right?
I do love that.
So there's so many great things going for LA. Okay, I mean that's my experience, and the weather in every other place is like bad to disastrous. So it's kind of a magical place. But yeah, so it's expensive. Huge parts of it are needlessly dirty. It drives me crazy, etc. But now when you go to Austin, that's the topic, right? So no, it's super overrated.
Okay, come on, Cenk.
No, it is, and that's what these guys are finding out the hard way. Because when you go to visit Austin, and I've been to Austin many times, right? You're like, oh, it's a nice place.
It is.
Great food.
Great food.
I mean, I guess people like the music. I don't care about the music at all, right?
I like music.
Yeah, and all these concerts, like, oh yeah, they're good, band. Okay, I don't care. Okay, so, but is Austin dirty too? Yeah.
No.
Right, and it's super hot, and it has bugs. LA's a magical place that barely has bugs. And so, like these folks who grew up in like Nirvana thought, oh yeah, every place is like this. And then they go to Texas and they're like, oh my God, has anybody told you about the heat, right? I mean, for half the year, let's be honest, it's a miserable place to live.
So Shane Gillis moved to Austin after being fired from SNL in 2023, stating in multiple interviews that he wanted to be closer to Rogan's comedy club. And that Texas's lack of a state tax, oh God, it was so nice, so nice. Sorry, I had a fantasy of not having to pay insanely high state taxes for a minute. Anyway, that was also appealing to him. So Gillis spoke a little bit more about his decision to move with Theo Von last year. Let's see how that turned out.
You moved here.
I did, yeah.
You moved here since we last talked to you.
Yeah.
You made a big move, so like, cause you moved from New York.
Yeah.
Wow. And was there a part of you that was kind of scared? Was there like, what were you thinking? Because I mean, I've thought about it, you know, and a lot of people have done it, you know?
No, I'd come down here a lot because, do Rogan's podcast, do podcasts down here, do comedy. So I've been down here enough. So I wasn't worried about like living here. I just wanted to move to a place where you could do stand up during the week. And forever it was just New York and LA.
That's true.
Now you can do it in Nashville and Austin.
You can't do comedy during the week in LA? Like, what happened? I mean,
No, during COVID, because they were shutting places down. That's why a lot of folks moved to Texas. But look, see, that goes to the heart of the issue, right? Because, yeah, I get it. Like sometimes there's overregulation in the blue states or cities, right? And you can have overregulation. You also can have underregulation. A lot of corporations are way underregulated. That's more common. But okay, I get it. On the other hand, you go to Texas, and what do you find out? Oh, they privatize their power grid, so you'll lose power for 3 days in a row. You'll lose power and freeze to death, and your senator will be in Cancun. Like they constantly are losing power. And by the way, when they do, they ironically get charged more because it increases demand. They jack up the prices. Like it's a robbery in Texas, okay? And then you have no protections because the government's like, oh, I'm gonna let corporations do whatever the hell they want, right? The only thing you're not allowed to do is boycott Israel. Okay.
Oh, that's right. They did pass state laws that punish people, basically prevents public workers from getting additional contracts if they are part of the BDS movement.
Like, yeah, and that's also true in Florida. It's true in a lot of red states where they're not their people, but their governors report to Israel. But there's one other giant factor. Might not affect those guys, but it might. Abortion. So they take your freedom away in Texas. You go down there, you get pregnant, and you got a pregnancy that's gone wrong, or for whatever reason you don't want, etc. Oh well, you just lost your rights. You live in a backward state, right? So on that alone, I eliminate all the red states that take away abortion rights. So no, don't talk to me about California until you have your own house in order.
Finally, let's end with my personal fave, Tim Dillon. Very curious to hear what he has to say because he also made the move.
It is time to leave Austin, Texas. The Tim Dillon Show will be leaving Austin, Texas. I had never loved Austin. I had gone here and I've done South by Southwest. I've done the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. But Austin to me always felt like Brooklyn. It was fun, but it was, a lot of hipsters and the food was good. A little one note. This was not a world-class city. It just was not. And I hadn't been here for a while and I didn't know. And I moved here because I felt like I needed something new. And that something new would be good. And yes, the taxes are better. And yes, there are benefits to not being in LA. And yes, LA has a host of problems. But I moved here because first and foremost, I said, something new will be good. I was wrong.
Okay, so I caught a different video where Tim Dillon was actually complaining about the food. I don't know if it was a bit and he was just joking, but he seemed to really hate the food scene in Austin, Texas. And to be fair, I have eaten at good restaurants in Austin. I liked it, but I don't know the entire food scene. Whereas the food scene in LA, pretty lit.
No, it's not close, guys.
Yeah.
So Austin has great barbecue, and I like their brand of barbecue. I've had good food otherwise in Austin that isn't just barbecue, but compared to LA and New York, it's not that. I mean, I think New York's overrated. I get it.
Me too.
And you know what the difference between New York and LA is in that regard? New York has super high-end restaurants that are very diverse and fascinating, apparently. I don't know, I've never been to them, okay? And most people can't afford them. In LA, you have an incredible array of food that is amazing that people can't afford.
Best Mexican food in the country, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
LA is where it's at.
So, I mean, Mexican, Korean, Japanese, Armenian, Persian, right? And it goes on and on. The best food all across the world. So to be fair to Austin, you can't compete with that.
Do we bleed blue, Cenk? I think we bleed blue.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just saying,
If you know, you know.
I'm also red, white, and blue.
Oh God, Cenk, you're so cheesy.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.